What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this video we are going to be doing an NBA 2K20 MyTEAM gameplay. Well, not really gameplay, it's going to be another episode of the No Money Spent Squad. I'm so used to doing gameplays because I've done 4 of them today that this is going to be a No Money Spent Squad episode. So, lads, I'm going to spend a little bit of time to talk about what has happened today in 2K and answer the questions that. This is going to be quite a bit of a shorter episode of this series because I'm probably going to go mainly over a couple of new players tomorrow as well. And for people that want to watch No Money Spend series, I know there are a lot of people on the channel that only watch the No Money Spend series, so I'm going to try to get as many of these out as possible, and this is one today. So this is not going to be a long gameplay, or this is not going to be a long video. There's not going to be a gameplay in it, but I will be doing a triple threat gameplay. Okay, so 2K released a whole bunch of new cards today. We know that. So they're Prime series. I haven't even looked at the price of these cards, to be honest. Kevin Durant, 500k. Not going to say he's not worth it, to be honest. Klay Thompson, not worth over 120k. Straight up, he is not worth that. Westbrook is probably worth a buyout because he's around 100k. He's probably just about the right value. Aldridge, I want to see what price Aldridge is kind of. I don't know if Aldridge is worth 22k. I really don't. I might pick one of them up tomorrow, but I don't know. Like, he is really, really good. He just has a learning curve, and I don't know. I really don't know if it's worth picking him up and using him over Gasol. I might sell Gasol and buy Aldridge on Sunday. I might, like, Aldridge will be tomorrow's episode anyway. He'll be tomorrow's episode anyway. But this episode is mainly going to be based around this guy right here. He is incredible in this game. So let's see the price. Please tell me he's cheaper than this. And I've gone into bid. So, let's see. Please tell me he's less than like 1200. Yes, he is. This guy, for 1200 MT, you are not going to get a better card for this price. Unless you manage to snipe someone, or maybe Lance Stevenson. Or, not maybe. If Lance Stevenson was ever this price, that's the discard value, he'd be worth it. So, this card right here, this card's for 800 MT. And this is what I mean by this game's never really pay to win, because yeah, sure, there are better cards in this guy, but for example, if you're a good player, for example, I don't know, Tyler Debo. If Tyler played me using my best squad, but using a bunch of guys the equivalent level of Jeff Green, he's still probably going to win. The good thing is that a really good budget squad and an elite squad, there's probably, in my opinion, there's only like maybe a 10 to 15 point gap at the most. Say not 10 to 15 point, probably 10 point. Like, if you used the best opal team in the game with all the best cards, best opals and pink diamonds, maybe there's a 15 point gap between that and, say, a 50k budget squad. And for that minimal advantage, which means that if you're playing 2 evenly matched players, maybe there's that much of an advantage. But also, it means that if you're playing someone who can't play and you're using a budget squad, you're still probably going to win because of how good budget players are this year. But pretty much, I don't think I'm going to use him, but I've been starting to not like Reggie Jackson. I actually have his release down. I just don't really seem to like the card right now. But I'm just going to show you guys the stats right here of this guy. It is crazy how good Jeff Green is. Yeah, like, he's a power forward, but realistically, you're going to play him small forward. 94 88, 25 intangibles, which means he's probably a diamond. 7 Hall of Fame, quick first step, pro touch, acrobat, fancy footwork, relentless finisher, contact finisher, consistent finisher, as well as 23 goals. Basically, if he had a range extender, he'd be just a perfect card. Thankfully enough, all of his proficiencies he's pretty much excellent in. 100 dunk tendency, really good post game, great driving layup, great dunk, great mid range, good mid range, good 3. He's got 95 dunk, obviously. 100 tendency. He's got 86 ball handle, great passing IQ, or good enough passing IQ and passing accuracy. Solid all-around defense stats, good interior and good perimeter. Good block, decent steal. Solid rebounding, super, super quick, and lateral quickness of 92. Again, like, super quick with Hall of Fame, quick first step. For a 6'9" wing, that is 1,000 MT. Man, you can't get much better than that. Let's be real. You cannot get much better than that. So yeah, that is pretty much the one card that we are going to be focusing this video around, that 1k MT card. Another player I'm going to have a look at, I don't know if I want to pick him up. He probably isn't going to go down in price, so I might just pick him up anyway. just to have him there. Doesn't matter, I don't have the card yet. So, obviously, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So, Amethyst, Reggie Jackson. And the crazy thing is, like, the Clippers are like the most stacked 15-man roster I've ever seen. I've never seen a team be more stacked. They were already stacked. And they went and got Marcus Morris and... what's his name? They got Marcus Morris and Reggie Jackson. Like, Reggie Jackson's a, like, really good bench point guard. He's a bad starting point guard, but a really good benchman. I just want to have a look at the stats for the badges for Reggie Jackson, because stats-wise, he's really, really good. So, the big problem with him, he's actually 30 intangibles. He's the only new card today that does not have 20 intangibles. He has 30. So, he's got one badge missing that I think stops him from being not just an elite card, stops him being a very good card. So, he's got Floor General, Hall of Fame, which is great. Slithery Finisher. He's got Pro Touch, Acrobat, Teardrop, Relentless Finisher, Giant Slayer, Fancy Footwork, Contact Finisher, Consistent Finisher. A lot of good gold badges as well, like Dimer, Gold Clamps, which is needed. A Gold Range Extender as well. There is one badge though that he doesn't have, which is a huge problem, and it's Quick First Step. So he doesn't have Quick First Step at all. And like, he's got an alright, not great, but an alright dunk. He's got a decent shot, good layup. He's also got good ball handling, good passing accuracy, got a decent steal and perimeter defense. Block 75 is irrelevant. But the big thing is that he's got really, really good speed, but doesn't have any quick first step. I think that was honestly just a mistake by 2K, not giving him a quick first step. But if he had quick first step, you'd be looking at this guy as like a Kyle Lowry type player for 1K MT. So he'd be another one that would be in a lot of real budget squads. But not having quick first step is not a great thing for Reggie Jackson, to be completely honest. Yeah, good card. I don't think he's going to be spectacular. But that is pretty much it. Both of these guys are going to be good. And now we're going to go over to hot zones and releases for both of these guys. Then we are going to answer the questions. And then we're going to go into a game of triple threat. I'm going to use both of them in a game of triple threat. And then after that, I don't know, I'm going to discuss kind of my plans for what I'm going to do for my team tomorrow. Because tomorrow night, and it will probably be my Saturday video, we're playing game 3 of myself versus JD crossover. The two guys with the most no money spent videos on YouTube is me and Josh. So the two of us are going to be playing again. He hasn't beat me yet this year. I beat him on the buzzer and in a game that I should have won by 20, and I think I did beat him by 15-20 in the other game. So hopefully we can go 3 for 3 against him, which is why I'm considering picking up Aldridge. I'm probably going to try him out in tomorrow's gameplay because his release definitely has a learning curve, and especially because I was playing on Xbox, it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, so Jackson, that release is kind of slow. Not going to lie, it is kind of slow. Going to the basket, like players feel sluggish without quick first step. Like, it is kind of crazy that every player kind of needs these badges to be any good, but he just feels sluggish. Like, he doesn't feel like he's ever going to be able to create space. When he comes off that screen, if they do come there to him, he can't kind of burn by people. He just feels slow. Like, that is a bit of a problem. He genuinely feels slow without quick first step. But anyway, now it's green with 3. And now we are, or wait for it to go in. Now we are going to switch to Jeff Green, who is probably the more interesting and the better of these cards. But Jeff Green's release is always good in 2K. I'm pretty sure it's the same as it has been in other years. But Jeff Green is kind of one of those guys that is always better in 2K than they are in real life. Especially, how has he shot 3 full white glitches? Especially because this is kind of based on early NBA Jeff Green. Jeff Green was great when he went back to the Celtics. I know obviously he was drafted by the Celtics and he was traded in the Ray Allen trade. He was great when he went back to the Celtics, although the Celtics were probably better with Kendrick Perkins. It was kind of a lose-lose trade. Like, he was traded to he was traded from the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Celtics because the Thunder needed a center, and also the Thunder wanted to start Serge Ibaka. Even though, in hindsight, if they had started Serge Ibaka at center and ran with Jeff Green and never got Kendrick Perkins, they probably win the 2012 NBA championship. And then they probably also, even if Westbrook got injured in 2013 and no Harden, they maybe win the 2013 NBA championship. Actually, no, if Westbrook hadn't got injured, they may win the 2013 NBA championship with that lineup. Because, like, if you guys don't forget, 2012 Serge Ibaka was legit. Like, there was like, the Thunder literally kept him over James Harden for a reason. They thought that Ibaka was going to be better than Harden. And this is after both of them being in the league for 3 and 4 years, or 4 and 3 years, respectively. But, yeah, so this guy right here, we all know what Jeff Green's going to be all about. He's going to be a slasher who can shoot the ball occasionally. Also going to be very, very tall, or have good height for the small forward position at 6'9". Going to be an elite defender. And to be honest, he's going to be like, for 1K MT, he's going to be the closest thing to a Giannis stopper and just a better version of like Sapphire Jar. Yeah, he's going to be like a way better version of Sapphire Jar Jeffries. That's probably a good comparison to him, for him, even though he is shooting a bunch of full white glitches here, which isn't great. But no, he's going to be a good card. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let's green 1-3. And come on. That's not great. Full white glitch. Now let's get on to the questions. Okay, so first question, can you do a play versus subscriber series with my Omni Spend squad? Probably not a series, but throughout the year I probably will play against some subscribers. But there's always kind of the unfair advantage or disadvantage. If I'm playing on their host and they're in a different continent, I'm going to be at a big advantage. If they're playing on my host and they're in a different continent, I'm going to be at a massive advantage. So it's like, it's one of those ones where if you're playing against someone from a different continent, whoever hosts wins most of the time. It's a little bit unfair for people from Europe. Obviously, it's not that much of a problem, but there's not nearly as many from Europe as the States. But I might do something like that come towards the end of the year when the content kind of dries up, trying to keep up on videos, because let's be real, this is video number 7 for today. I won't be keeping up this for a while. But yeah, when the content kind of dries up, maybe. Next, which playbook am I using? So in my opinion, there's 3 good playbooks. There is the Milwaukee playbook. There is the Portland Trailblazers playbook. #ebook. And then there is the Miami Heat 2012-13 playbook. The Heat 2012-2013 and Portland Trailblazers are the best for like quick hitter plays, for getting shooters open, whereas the Bucks playbook is the best for 5 out. And there's another question here that's about the 5 out, and I'm going to talk more about that. Someone genuinely says, I don't know how many times I put this now. There is still 5 out. The book playbook, all quick 5 out and ISO 5 out plays are 5 out plays designed. Stop misinforming people. And it's been the same since 18. Do you not know that they literally patched 5 out? There is one, I'm pretty sure there is one play. 64 ISO 5 out down, something like that. Quick 64 5 out down or something. 64 is in it. That's all I know. I scroll through it quick. The rest of the ISO 5 outs lead to a 4 out 1 in. Nearly every playbook in this game has a play that is called 5 out. None of them are 5 out because 2K patched all the plays bar 1, as far as I know. They tried to patch 5 out of the game. There was a bunch of freelances. The Milwaukee freelance, the Hawks freelance, the Clippers freelance. There was a bunch of freelances that were 5 out, and 2K patched it. Like, 2K patched 5 out of the game. They tried to completely eradicate it, but I'm pretty sure there is one play in the Milwaukee Bucks playbook that is 5 out. All of them are not 5 out. I can guarantee you that if you go into ISO 5 out Milwaukee Bucks, most of them will lead to a 4 out 1 in, not 5 out. So, and especially, I could be wrong, but the fact that you mentioned it's been the same since 2018 is straight up wrong, because 2K have tried to eradicate 5 out. In 2K17, they did nothing. 2K18, they just took the play out of the game, but people found out ways around it. Same in 2K19, 5 out didn't exist, but people found out ways around it. 2K20, people found out ways around it, then they patched those ways around it. So, 2K have been trying to eradicate it, and like, I know for a fact 64 or 5 out down or whatever it's called is 5 out, and I don't think and I'm almost certain that all those ISO 5 out plays don't lead to 5 out. Next up, is it just me or do you have to spend money to get these rewards? And this is a comment about Brandon Roy. You don't. You don't have to spend money. Although to get Brandon Roy, you need to spend a fair bit of time. But at the same time, you're getting 80% of Brandon Roy with Lance Stevenson. Roy's good, or Roy's great, Stevenson's very good. Like, I was ranking them out of 100, let's just say Roy is probably like 97 out of 100, whereas Lance Stevenson can be like 95 out of 100. Just an overall game. So for that reason, especially when you're seeing more guys like Jeff Green and stuff coming out, we're definitely going to get Amethyst type cards like Jeff Green, except they've got range extender as well, and those cards are not that different from any opal in this game. So, yeah, sure, you might need to spend money to get Brandon Roy or spend a lot of time, but these cards aren't necessary. They're almost overkill. Like, there's no card that's necessary in this game because there's so many great cheap options. And last question is, does LaMarcus Aldridge have BAS 11? I'm guessing base 11? Or is it just me? Either way, his release is fire. Okay, so LaMarcus Aldridge has a release that is very similar to base 11. And most people, when they look at LaMarcus Aldridge release, think it's base 11. It is LaMarcus Aldridge base. LaMarcus Aldridge base and base 11 are almost identical. They are almost identical. Just like, I think it's, I'm not sure what release it is, but it's Dwayne Wade's base. And there's another base that a lot of Park players use that are almost identical. There is very, very little difference between LaMarcus Aldridge and base 11. Their timing is almost the same. So, while there's slight, they aren't the exact same. They're so similar that they may as well be the exact same. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. Now we're going to get onto a game of Triple Threat Online. So we are going to use the small forward card. Where is he? Or sorry, power forward, Jeff Green. We are also going to use the not quite great Reggie Jackson, and I'm definitely, actually, to be honest, I'm not going to use Richard Jefferson. I don't know why I keep calling him Jason Richardson. I'm not going to be using Richard Jefferson that much, to be completely honest, over the next while, because I do like the card, but I don't know, he's just selling a lot in games to me, and big times in games he's missing shots, and I don't know, I trust Landry Fields more when he's wide open than I trust Richard Jefferson. So let's just use him in this game anyway, because not too big a deal. Okay, so Jeff Green might be matched up to Boogie. I actually hope Jeff Green's matched up to Boogie, because that gives us quite a bit of an advantage. He is, actually no, sorry, Simmons and Boogie are the same. Or is Boogie 6'11"? Boogie might be 6'11". Lovely. We have actually have perfect matchups. Their one kind of threat is matched up to our best defender. And we get a block right there. Let's go, let's attack. Right to the basket, Jeff Green. Blows the layup, unlucky. It's fine. Hop step in. Jump at that. Oh, okay, I thought he was definitely going to shoot the ball there. Let's just back off. But it is kind of crazy how good budget cards are getting in this game. If he had range extender, I would have pulled up, but he doesn't. And we shoot the midi and shoot a late. Not a great shot right there. All right, let's just pinch in, and we're in bad position. Maybe Reggie Jackson get back. Did he just kick out to Ben Simmons for 3? That was not a smart move. That's wide open, and Jackson range the 3. Let's go. In them situations, obviously, he does not need to have any range extender. Okay, let's just deny. Let's try to keep the ball. Probably Boogie in the post is their only real threat against me in this game. Other than that, I'm fine. Especially if they're throwing alley-oops into my hands. You should be too fast. Hop step. Good chase down by Boogie. It's open. And it's Green. Good shot. His release is actually super, super easy. And it is crazy again. You can... Jeff Green and... Pretty sure Jeff Green and... What's his name? Reggie Jackson combined for like... 2,000 something MT? Maybe like 2,300 MT? So that would be like... almost discard value. Like, they discard for 1,800, and I probably bought them combined for 500 coins over discard value, which is nuts. Like, getting cards this good for this cheap. Right to the basket, and he jams it on Simmons. Let's go. Just wait until we get a Jeff Green type player with range extender. That's cost this cheap. Man, you're gonna be seeing everyone out here rocking budget squads then. It's not just gonna be the trendy thing to do. You're gonna be seeing everyone out here rocking with budget squads. 2K20 DBG was prophetic. And regardless, and I'm not talking about no money spent squads, because after a while, when you're not spending money, if you're grinding the game enough, you can make a very good borderline god squad. And when I mean budget squads, I mean people out here running with 10, 20k MT squads just because they can. And that's an ideal situation for my team, because there's a much more variation in budget squads than there are in god squads. And that's all I'm going to say. Like, the way the game has gone over the last couple of years is there's very little variation in terms of god squads until they release all opals, which is when I don't mind playing the game. As long as there's kind of variation, I don't mind it at all. But then also, when there's people constantly using budget squads, there's always a ton of variation, which is what I like. Like, I don't like coming up against Dwayne Wade every single game. I don't like coming up against LeBron every second game. That's too deep. He doesn't have range extender. That's not his range. Even Bronze would be able to hit that. But like, I don't like coming up against the exact same 5 players every single game. And that's a bit of a problem. Like, there's obviously something that 2K are doing wrong, or maybe right on their part, because it means that people are spending a lot of money on the game. But it's like, you come up against, I'm trying to think at center, D-Rob, 8 times out of 10 you're coming up against like D-Rob, or you're coming up against Bam. Bam is you're almost exclusively coming up against Bam in a bio. Oh wow, he's able to burn Kemba Walker even out without quick first step. Miles Bridges is on every single team now, and then later on in the year you're going to see more and more cards being on every single team. And the difference with budget squads is that some people will be out here running Jeff Green, some will be running Landry Fields, some people would be running Lance, or everyone would be running Lance Stevenson, let's be real. And at the point guard position, there's going to be a whole lot of variation as well. So, I don't know, like, this is what I always say, is like, my outlook on this game mode is completely different to everyone else's. My most fun thing is trying to do what I used to do in like FIFA 12, FIFA 13. Like, my parents would never let me spend money on like FIFA coins or on packs or something, because they were like, we've already bought you a game, why do you need to spend more money on the game? We've already paid for this game. So I used to just play those game modes, and to have fun without spending money on the game, I would literally go and try find all the hidden gems, try find all the best cheap players, use a whole bunch of different players, different squads, try as much variation as possible, and then green game. And then obviously just going out and having fun, trying out new players. For me, that's the most fun thing in the game. I don't necessarily enjoy going out with a god squad and destroying people. And I know I'm in the vast minority with that mindset in terms of 2K, the 2K community, but that's what I used to love about FIFA, the way chemistry used to work in that game, the way you had to use like hybrids, you could make hybrid squads and stuff. And like, while chemistry isn't a thing, while it is definitely most effective in NBA 2K20 to just go out there with a god squad, for me anyway, I have a hell of a lot more fun making this series, and I also have a hell of a lot more fun. I know I haven't done many of them because, well, at the end of the day, this is my job, and those videos don't get views. I have a lot more fun making Road to Glory videos than anything else, because it's a constant challenge in that squad, because I'm not grinding the game. I'm not spending money on the game. Like, in that squad, I'm typing in locker codes. That's literally it. And not logging in many days for rewards, not grinding the game at all. And as well, apart from locker codes, the whole thing is that selling players for 1 to 2 KMT and trying to find more players for 1 to 2 KMT to buy. So I have a lot more fun doing that than I would going out with the Ultimate God Squad. But Ultimate God Squad videos get more views, hence why you see a lot more of them than Road to Glory videos. But the 10, 15 KMT squad builders are going to be coming back, and I can't even call them challenges anymore. Like, you used to be able to say, oh, can a 15k team still win? That's probably going to be a video out tomorrow. But like, these budget cards are so good. Like, the budget cards now are like endgame budget cards from 2K19. The budget cards now are like better than budget cards from 2K, without question better than budget cards from 17. Just land in the spot. And in 2K18 had some pretty great budget cards. Like, we can't forget Jonathan Isaac in 2K18. He was a god. And Limitless J.R. Smith. That was a Ruby for like 2KMT. We cannot forget again about those gods. But then like 2K17, even endgame. Oh, come on, stop bouncing out. I just want this to end. I couldn't care less where the ball lands. Like 2K17 budget cards were like Boris Diaw was pretty good. Reggie Lewis was pretty good. And Miggetti was pretty good. Maybe that was it. Like, 2K17 did not have the greatest budget cards. Actually, pretty sure we had a Hall of Fame or a gold limitless. Klay Thompson, that was a beast as well in 17. But anyway, yeah. So Reggie Jackson is definitely not going to make my team of Marbury's in there. But in tomorrow's video, I'm going to definitely give Jeff Green a run out in the main squad. I think he's definitely going to be able to hold his own. And actually, I think I'm going to put him in for Simmons. I think I'm going to actually start Landry Fields at the 3 off the bench. And put him in for Ben. Actually, no, I'm going to start Landry Fields. Straight up start Landry Fields. With this lineup here, and I'm probably going to buy LaMarcus Aldridge. Anyway, yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.